Well, hello folks, welcome back to Homegrown Farms channel. We're out here today to give you some updates and some growing on these carrots, this carrot bed. Remember, we planted these in February before the Arctic blast. These are 3 Johnny's varieties. These are all pelleted. Now if Sissy can come in, right in here maybe, there's our leeks. Our little leeks are going to come up and they're going to be fine. They won't compete with the carrots at all. In fact, it'll probably make them grow a little faster to try to reach the sun. If we intercrop those in between. But man, I'll tell you what guys, look at these cosmic purples. You can see the difference. This is all organic seed. Honey, you remember if we ordered all these pelleted organic or not? I can't remember exactly.
Which ones? The purple?
The Johnny's ones.
The Johnny's are pelleted, yes.
Yeah, but I mean organic.
Yes.
Okay, so these are all organic, but these were from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and they're certified organic as well. But I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to come right in here somewhere where they're really thick and just check and see what kind of root we're getting on these things. Wow. Hey, look at that. You've already got purple, cosmic purples that big already. And we got forecasts coming in, I'm sure most of you know. 2 mornings in a row, one will be a freeze. They have a freeze warning here in our county, which is Pittsburgh. We're north of McAllister. And then also, the farther north you go, it's going to be a hard freeze, real hard freeze. And then the following Wednesday morning, it's probably going to be a pretty hard killing frost. So it won't hurt these carrots, it won't hurt leeks, it won't hurt anything like that. But anyhow, I'm going to come back around and see if you can get on right there on the opposite side of that kale, we'll show them those bees in there working. And I don't know guys if we can, probably can't hear them, but they've been in here working. Look at this, we've got finishing pods. These have been pollinated, and they're forming seed pods. There went a bee. Hear him? We got butterflies, bees. This is the beauty of organic. Everything here is. Everything in nature works like it's supposed to. And I never would have dreamed that honeybees would have worked brassicas, but apparently they do. And that's part of the plan. I mean, they make things go. Look at all these. We still got seed pods coming up. But here's what you can do, guys. If you think you got enough seed, this is called poor man's broccoli. Take that right there, snip those off, and you can put them in. We're fixing to cook these in with asparagus. Just put leaves and all in there. You're going to get baby kale. You're going to get the seed pods. These things are sweet. They taste good, don't need a lot of seasoning. Man, you talk about really good to eat. So we're gonna move right here, Sissy, and look at these, show them these alpine. I think most of these are alpine reddish. We're gonna go ahead and check these because we're gonna pick a couple of them. Wow, that's a double. I don't know why it did, probably too dry back there when it getting rain. Let me see about another one here. There's another one that split off. Here's what they're supposed to look like. And these will get bigger. But Sissy's gonna take some of these for lunch tomorrow. And here's a nice one. They get even bigger than that. They get about 5 inches long and about 2 inches diameter. But they won't be good fresh in a salad. So we're gonna put them in with some of our lettuce mix, and Sissy and some of her co-workers are going to try those out tomorrow. And look in here. Wow, look at the growth on these. These radish down here is going nuts. And there's some bigger ones forming in here as well. Honey, here's you a good one. Look at that. Here you go. There's your one for your salad. And guys, these things are sweet. They don't have that radish burn. They got a little spice, but these are a Korean. They're a daikon radish. And you can even eat the tops if you want. I'm not a big fan of radish tops, but if you like, you can mix them in with
Measure it
something.
by your hand so they can see how
Yeah,
big
look at
it
that
is.
dude. And they get about this much longer and a little bigger around than that. So that's a nice one. And you'll pan over and show them the onions. Now that we've got some rain, the temps has cooled down. I think they're gonna bulb up and make some really good onions. If the top grows any indication, those are gonna be really big. So man, look at the strawberries in here. We showed you guys these about a week ago, I think. But they've got strawberry sets all in there. See, they've got some berries forming, pretty nice. So those are gonna be ripe before we know it. Our cabbage is doing good, and still don't have hardly any worm damage. That's a good sign. We're letting our giant kohlrabis here go to seed. The bees are just now starting to work these too. Oh yeah. Show you these broccoli heads. They're starting to form. This is Lieutenant, is the variety. There you go. See, they're starting to make a pretty decent broccoli head. So the cold weather's not going to hurt these at all. It won't even slow them up. They'll just keep right on going. So we got some of our tubs out here with tomatoes in them. So I'm going to have to bunch these up and put some of these wire wickets in. Here's one already ready to go, but we're gonna put the doubles on here, and I'll stretch plastic across here, and we should be able to carry these just fine through this light freeze and frost and all that. You can see after we start getting rain, our broccoli and red cabbage is really coming on. All we put in here was the Miracle-Gro organic pelleted fertilizer and worm castings. So later on, when these get a little bit taller, I'm gonna get some of the rabbit clean out that we clean out of the cage. I'm gonna spread it all in here, and we'll cover the ground. They'll take that rabbit nutrient up, and they'll really go. So we're gonna cut her off here and be up the greenhouse next. Okay guys, back out here at the greenhouse now, and Sissy's gonna come in here. This is eggplant that we've started. These are guajillo, pasilla, and ancho peppers in here. Of course, ancho is dried, so the poblana is what I mean. And those were out of dried peppers that we already bought to make salsa out of. So you can sprout seeds off of those.
But these are the eggplants.
Yeah, these are eggplants. This is White Beauty. This is Nadia, which is a black, it's a greenhouse variety that Johnny's developed. Here is Rosita. Guys, I would suggest trying this eggplant. If you like eggplant, this is a good one. It's mild, you don't have to peel it, all that. So here's our tomatillos. I've got them out here today, getting them some sun, letting them toughen off a little. We've had them in the greenhouse.
But these are the ones that just popped up wild where we
Yes.
had our other ones last year.
Yeah, once you get these established, you leave some on the ground in the fall that's probably too mature that you can't eat. Just leave them on the ground. They'll sit there all winter and they'll bust open and they'll come up and start growing you free tomatillo plants. So we're going to go in the greenhouse here, and this is what I forgot to put in the tubs the other day when we were building this tub. The AgroThrive we did mix up and put on these plants. This I can show you. Look at the growth. Man, I mean, these things are kicking it. These tomatoes love that AgroThrive. I don't know of any plant that wouldn't like it. So what I'm going to do with this Epsom salt, we need to put some of this into the tubs, this magnesium. So we're going to take and we'll just pour that right down the tube. And as we mix nutrient later, it'll dissolve in there, and that's all you need to do. You can put it straight in the soil, but really no need. So we've got a ton of tomato plants that's coming off. And we haven't hardened these off yet. We're not going to, because it's going to come in and freeze. So we got the okra. I've transplanted a bunch of it. We got one here that's not doing any good. I didn't think it'd make it, but the rest of them look good. So when this thing breaks, we're gonna go in the field with these. And you can show them the squash down there. Hey, this stuff's almost blooming. We planted it pretty early in the greenhouse, and it's getting what it needs heat-wise. And I put Agro-Thrive on it, and it's already set in bloom pods. So as soon as we put it in the ground at the farm, it's gonna start producing blooms and squash. Here's our cucumbers. We planted some more hybrids. Here's the one. Is this the one I'm looking for? Yeah. Let me show them these. This is Corinto. We didn't have the seed till our last seed order came in. These are an early traditional green slicer. 53 days, I think, right, honey? 52 or 53. Hey, that's early for a big cucumber. And they're great. They're good flavored. They're not bitter. They have a small seed cavity, but so this is gonna come back over here. You get behind me, way down here, and shoot these early girls for them.
These are some other cucumbers that just came up.
Yeah, the Noikia, that's a green Asian. This is that white Asian hybrid, the Itachi. So we got cucumbers in, and they're starting to vine. That's what I'm doing down here. But look here, look here, guys. Yeah, volunteer tomatoes coming up from last year. Unreal. I'm not gonna fool with them. We got too many plants now.
Here's some more in here.
Oh yeah, I know, they're everywhere. But here's our early girls. We just popped them in 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Look at the growth on them guys. They're starting to form bloom pods right here. They got a first set right there. So there's another set. They're all up in the top, which that's what you'd expect. So now, this is what we're doing. I was going to put a stringer down through here and tie these tomatoes and cucumbers off the trellising. I'm not going to do that. All we did, we just went dollar store right here, showing this, and got some of these little screw-in hooks right here. We just screwed them in the attachment points up here that we made to put the plastic on. So here's what we're going to do. I had some of this left over from last year. Come in here, honey, we'll show them. That's what I like about these tubs from Atwood. So they've got holes in the tub, so we just run this in. See, I did that one little wrap with a knot. Pull that tight, it's there. Come down here. Well, if I don't drop my scissors. Cut that. Really simple to do. You can use baler twine. You can use anything. You can use some of that nylon stuff. You can use whatever you got handy. Doesn't matter at the end of the year, you're going to pull it off anyhow. So here we go. See? And if you want to put a slip knot in it where you can pull it off, just do that like a shoestring and tie it. Now these cucumbers will go right up that. And they'll probably end up here on some of our support nylon, but that's fine. They may go all the way to the peak. You never know about these things, but everything's doing good in here. We get past this cold spell. We're going to be just fine, but boy, it's late. April the 20th. We had that happen in 2014. It froze our asparagus solid. We went up to pick it, and you could take your foot and kick it, and it would just shatter. So, you know, we've seen it before, guys. I'm telling you. If you don't believe this Grand Solar Minimum's a real deal, hey, go on Electroverse. Electroverse.com. Click on weather. You can't believe all the Europe nations that are freezing out. They're losing their grape vineyards. They're losing fruit, vegetable crops. And it's not reported on mainstream news. They don't want you to know this stuff's going on, but that's okay. You need to. You need to be following this stuff. There's people that's going to lose a lot of tomato plants this coming week, and they're in trouble. And if they'd been paying attention to this, they're going to cover them. I hope they make it, but you know, at the same time, they're rolling the dice. It's a tough spring. It's been up and down like crazy. We didn't have any rain. Now we got, you know, enough rain to pull a lot of our crops through. But man, I'm gonna tell you guys, that's why you need to prepare and order a few extra seeds if you can get them, catch them on sale, whatever you need to do. But bank your seeds. That's the best thing you can do. It's like an investment. You know, don't be bashful about banking seeds. Don't feel like you're greedy. In other words, if you can get them, and if you can save seeds, you're better off too. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, we're going to do another complete one later on just the GSM weather. And these people that's in charge is running for their life because they've been preaching this since Al Gore put it out there, and it's going the other way, and they don't have the answer. But they're blaming me and you for causing it. There's no way. Guys, it's too revealing. Do the science. Do your own research. Do the science. But anyhow, we'll get more out on another video. But hit the thumbs up. It really helps our channel. And the like button. And subscribe. And we'll get you caught up when we go to the field with some of this stuff next week.